Hey everybody, David Guido here, personal development coach and speaker and trainer and author of the brand new book, What If? 30 Days to Powerful New Perspective. And I'd like, if you will, come with me to that moment when the alarm goes off in the morning. And as a side note, before we go there, if you're in the habit of calling your wake up device an alarm clock, might I suggest what the great Zig Ziglar used to call his wake up device, which was an opportunity clock. Alarm is a negative word. Opportunity is an unbelievably positive word. And when you get up, because that thing goes off, that's a brand new day, a brand new opportunity. And as Zig always liked to joke, something to the effect of, if it doesn't go off, then you ain't got no opportunity that day. And we don't want that. So that's as a side note. But let's go to that moment when your opportunity clock goes off. What happens? Are you alive when you first wake up? Or are you mumbling, grumbling, shuffling your feet? You know, the eyes kind of half closed, 3/4 closed. How you start your day often, in fact, most often, dictates how the rest of the day is going to go. And I know for me, for the longest time, I was the mumbler and the bumbler and the stumbler and the foot shuffler, you know, and it was an alarm clock. You know, now if you look at my phone, I use my phone to get up in the morning. And if you look, it says opportunity. It doesn't say alarm. It says opportunity. You know, I followed Zig's advice. And so when it would go off as an alarm, there was no joy. There was no passion for as long as I can remember. There was no excitement. There was just another day, you know, and the feet would shuffle and all that kind of stuff. And what happened was, as I started down this new path a few years ago that has led to doing all of this, I started to study those people that were the most successful, those people that were the happiest, that brought the most joy, that brought the most passion to everything that they do. Because I wanted to know, you know, what do they do? What are their tips, their techniques, their strategies, right? So what I found was that they started their day differently than I do. And as I started to look at those things, I started to make some changes. And I made changes specifically in a lot of areas, but specifically to this week's topic, to those first 15 minutes when I first get up in the morning. And it has made a huge difference in my energy level for the day, my productivity for the day, my joy, my passion, my mood, my happiness, tweaking literally the first 15 minutes of the day. And so I'm going to share with you the things that I've learned, the things that I do that have made such a huge difference. And specifically this week, we're going to look at the three things never to do when you first are awoken by what hopefully from now on for you is the opportunity clock. What are the three things to never do? What are the three things to do every single morning? The nanosecond that opportunity clock goes off. And the three reasons why. Why do we want to do that? What's in it for me? What's in it for you? What's in it for the people that we can impact? What's in it for the people that we can serve every day by being like this? Now, I want to make sure that I'm clear that this is about the 15 minutes at the start of the day. And there are a lot of articles out there, a lot of studies, a lot of people have different morning rituals and different morning routines. And if you have one, that's tremendous. That's awesome. And I applaud you and I congratulate you and I honor you for that. Types of breakfast, types of exercise routines, Some people go for a run in the morning. Some people get in their heavy workout in the morning. Everybody's got some different routines. And if you have one, again, I honor it and I appreciate it. And congratulations for being that person. I'm talking about that first 15 minutes that literally can define the entire day. So here we go. So what are the 3 things we don't want to do? Number 1, don't grab the tech. Don't reach for the technology. I still do this. Typically on weekends, I'm guilty of this more often than I should, more often than I want to admit. But during the week, Monday through Friday, never anymore. Do I roll over when the opportunity clock sounds? No more do I roll over and grab the cell phone and start checking Facebook. I don't check email. I don't turn on the news. I call it the morning crime report because that's basically what the news is. I don't look at any of those things that are gonna pepper me with bad news or political posts that maybe will get under my skin. You know, this is an election year and there's a lot of stuff out there. No technology in those first 15 minutes. And here's the thing. If you're responding to people's Facebook posts or you're responding to email or you're watching the news, your day has now officially been dictated by everyone else. The second thing is don't wait till the last moment to crawl out of bed. You know, a lot of times that opportunity clock will go off and then just a couple more minutes. And you roll over. What was that? You roll over and you get that last couple of seconds. But what happens then? Then when it's time to go, you got to go and you're late and you're stressed and you don't have time for yourself and you don't have time for anybody else because you waited till the last possible second to get out of bed and get moving. Not good for setting the right tone, the right mood, the right level of energy, the right level of passion, the right level of joy. And the third thing is don't engage with anybody. And I know how that's going. Right now, I know there's people going, well, wait a minute, hold on here. I got a spouse, I got kids, I got that, I know that. And so do I. And we're talking about the first 15 minutes, not your hour-long morning routine, not your whole morning. We're talking about the first 15 minutes to set the tone and the intention for the day, to set your level of energy, your joy, your passion, your productivity. We're talking about the first 15 minutes that can make all the difference. And you do not engage with anybody in that 15-minute period. I do not. Now, again, something that I struggle with a little bit more on weekends because I don't get to see my wife a lot during the week. She works, I work, and so that's our time to connect. But Monday through Friday, those first 15 minutes, I'm not engaging. I'm not on technology, and I'm not engaging with anybody. And the third, and so those are the 3 things. Those are the 3 things. The third thing, that was the third. No technology in the first 15 minutes. Don't wait till the last possible second to get out of bed. And don't engage with anybody. So what are the 3 things we do with those first 15 minutes? Number 1 is we wake up with gratitude right out of the gate. So when I get up in the morning, I sit up. Sometimes I put my feet on the floor. Sometimes I don't. But I always sit up and I say, yes, I am grateful for today. I get another day. How awesome is that? And how grateful I am for that. And then sometimes I verbalize it, sometimes I don't. But I never go a morning without immediately thinking of 3 things I'm grateful for. My health, my clothes, my food, my spouse, my family. I have a car. I live in a great country. I get to do what I love for a living. I get to watch sports on TV and I love sports. I have shoes for my feet. Whatever it is. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of things for every one of us to be grateful for. And if you followed me for any length of time and you've seen some of my previous blogs, you know that one of the things I'm big on is that you should have a gratitude list and you should be adding to it every day. So you should already have this list. You should already know all the things to be grateful for. And so before I do anything, it is, yes, I'm grateful for another day, because it's not guaranteed. When I wake up, I am fully cognizant of the fact that I might not have woken up. And I'm incredibly grateful for it. And I say, yes, thank you for another day. And then I think of 3 other things I'm grateful for. That's how we start. Number 2 is get physical. Now, careful out there. Careful. What do I do? So as soon as I get up, as soon as I've done my gratitude moment, then I immediately drink 24 to 30 ounces, about 25 ounces of water. I do some stretching, including a couple of yoga poses. I do some bouncing and some half jumping jacks. That looks really weird on camera. And I do some, I don't know what's happening today. And I do some punches, some shadow boxing, and I do some deep breathing exercises for all of maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Why? Gets the blood flowing, gets my energy flowing, especially the deep breathing exercises. But it all comes together. The movement, the breathing, the stretching of every area of my body from head to toe. You get physical. And then third, reflection. Quiet reflection, where you get intentional about your day, your purpose for the day, your mission for the day, who you can serve that day, what you want to achieve that day, the big things that are on your to-do list that you know you're going to need to tackle, that you can't wait to tackle. A few minutes, 5 minutes of reflection. All of that is less than 15 minutes. So number 1, again, the 3 things to do every morning in that first 15 minutes. Get up. Yes, I'm thankful. I'm grateful to be alive and to get another day. And here's 3 other things I'm really thankful for. My family, my food, and my shelter. Whatever it is. Number 2, get physical. Move. Deep breathing. Stretches. 25 ounces of water. Number 3, a few minutes to reflect on what's going to be coming up for the day, your purpose, your mission, your passion, what you can't wait to attack that day. Why do we do those things? Number 1, it makes us more alive. It gives us more energy. Think about it. What would be more energetic? What would cause you to leave the house in a more energetic way? Getting up in the morning and going, another day, another day. Or getting up and drinking water, stretching, exercise, deep breathing. What's going to get you pumped, get you moving? Reflect on the things that are going to come up that day that you can't wait for. What's going to pump you up more? It's going to make you more alive and give you more energy. That's number 1. Number 2 is that it allows you to be more centered and more focused. Look, you know that when you get up in the morning and you're like, another day, you're not focused on the day. You're not centered on your intention. You're not centered on your purpose. You're not centered on your things to get done that day. You're not focused on what you're grateful for. You're not focused on pumping yourself up. You're not focused on your body. And you can't be productive if you're not centered and focused. You can't be as productive as possible when you're not centered and focused. And number 3, you're just in a better mood. I mean, again, what's going to cause you to walk out the door in a better mood? Starting your day with 10 to 15 minutes of, I gotta get up. I can't believe it's morning already. I feel like I just went to sleep. Or getting that energy going and the blood flowing, the water in you, and reflecting and being grateful and what's going to get you pumped in a better mood? And when you're alive and you have more energy, and when you're in a better mood, and when you're centered and focused, you're more productive. You can serve other people better. So 3 things that we don't want to do in those first 15 minutes, just to recap, is we don't want to be married to and a slave to our technology and have other people dictate our day from the get-go. We don't want to sleep until the last possible minute. We want to give ourselves that time to have that 15-minute block. We don't want to engage with anybody until we've had our gratitude moment, our physical moment, and our reflection moment. And those are the three things we want to do instead. We want to wake up with gratitude right out of the gate, with that powerful, yes, gratitude, gratefulness. We want to get physical, get our body moving, get the blood flowing, get the water in us. And then, in addition to that, we want to have that reflection time. Passion, purpose, who we're going to serve, what we're going to get done. 15 minutes. And if you're saying to me, if you're thinking right now, David, and you want to say to me, David, you know what, that sounds great, but you know, my spouse and my kids and the dogs, and I got to make the lunches and I got to do all that, and get up 15 minutes earlier. You can do it if you choose to. If you don't do these things, it's not because you can't, it's because you choose not to. And if you're saying, yeah, but I don't get to bed, go to bed 15 minutes earlier. Shut the TV off. Don't you owe it to yourself to take 15 minutes in the morning, the very first 15 minutes, and get your day started on the right path with the right intention, with the right focus, and with the right energy level? Don't you owe that to yourself? So make it happen. And if you do, at the end of the day, you're going to have that so good life. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Again, the comments are so wonderful, and I'm so appreciative of the feedback that I get. And I hope and I pray that this serves you and that it impacts you. And as I say every week, please share this with people that you know can use it. You know, we all struggle in different areas, and if you know there's somebody that can benefit from seeing this or reading the blog, because a small shift in their morning activity can cause a paradigm shift in their entire day, make sure they see this. Let's impact people together. Let's serve people together. So until the next time, get out there every single day. Discover something new. Learn something every single day. Reach for your dreams. Every day, go for it. Because you want to be able to, at any time that somebody says to you, how's it going? How's your life going? How's your family? How's your job? How's anything? You want to be able to look at them and you want to say, me, my stuff, my life is so good.